That was another party where Mitch was crying.
Oh, well, I tend to cry at
There's a lot of times where Mitch is crying at parties.
With the boys.
Fortnite! He's playing Fortnite! I keep my porn on a USB.
Hello and welcome back to the Everything's Fine podcast. This is our 9th episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening for this week. If you're listening on Apple Music, make sure to subscribe to the podcast. Leave us a rate, 5 stars if you could, that'd be amazing. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to subscribe to the podcast. If you're listening on Google Podcasts, boys,
You know what to do.
You know what to do there.
because we have no idea what to do there. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please subscribe, give us a like, a comment if you can. That'd be perfect. Thanks, guys. Now, a couple of public service announcements just to kick off. Sat to my left, I have the wonderful Lachlan,
Hello.
producer Lachlan.
I'm
He
back.
did well.
Producer Lockie makes a return for the show.
He did well last week.
The feedback was quite good on Producer Lockie. They said for your first episode, it was quite beautiful.
That's really lovely. Thanks, guys.
So we're gonna keep him. He's a mainstay
We've decided Producer Lockie will be allowed to stay on the show as long as he's a permanent mute. So
Yeah.
no speaky from you.
now. He's gonna have to turn his mic on and off. Oh, he's
Oh,
signing.
he's miming. Oh, wait.
Ooh,
We can't
what's
say
that?
that out loud on the
Ooh.
show, but he has mimed something inappropriate.
Just something else I want to touch on as well. Great responses from the people. Love to hear from you. We love your feedback. Again, we've said it in the past. This show is so moldable right now. What you guys enjoy, please let us know. Best way to do that is how?
Is by sending us a DM.
Letter. A physical letter.
Sending us a telegram if you have, maybe
Smoke.
an 1800s phone, a smoke bomb, a flare, or some shit like that. Just pigeon. Send us a couple pigeons. But besides that, I think it's time we talk about the big news from this week. Let's just say
Mitch has been champing at the bit.
8 episodes. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I'm just saying. Okay. 8 episodes of just subpar audio quality, and finally 8 episodes in, DJ City hit us with the refund, and we will have to apologize to Better Music because Better Service followed through.
Yep.
Yes.
But the big announcement, we got the soundboard. Let's go. We got the interface, lads. Better Music hooked us up. # Better Service. Get it trending because they do provide better service.
Thank you so much, Better Music.
What was the story with the guy who hooked you up there?
Oh, yeah. I walked in and he called me and I missed his call, so I called him back. And it's just like he left a voice message and it was call Better Music. That was it. So I called him back and I was like, hey, look, I just missed your call. Can I come in, pick it up? He's like, yeah, look, we've got double digits available. And I was like, look, but
Let's
no,
go.
We know that. We know what that means
I was
before.
gonna say, knowing Better Music, that means nothing.
It means negative 3 units in stock.
Yeah, literally. So I just jumped in the car, raced over, went over, and I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for this." And he's like, "Yeah, no worries." Hooked me up, and he goes, "Oh, you know what you're taught in retail to, get the customer's details."
Get him in, yeah. Reel him in.
So he's like, "Oh, I'll put you in the system for a receipt or for warranty." And I was like, "Yeah, no worries. My name's Isaac." And he's like, he stopped.
No.
And he stared at me, and I just went, "Oh my god, he's been listening to the podcast."
He knows.
I went, "Oh no, he's heard. He's gonna refuse me service."
Oh,
And then he goes, "Oh my god, I just called an Isaac,"
that
And
was you.
and I was like, "That was probably me." So that's the story about Better Music. Thank you, Philip.
Thanks, Phil.
That wasn't his name, but thank you.
Wasn't
Cheers.
Phil, but anyway, thanks, Phil. Appreciate it, and it's here, lads. We've got the interface.
It's so
Except-
beautiful.
It's very beautiful. The only issue is we're actually audio, the opposite of audio nerds. We're
Noobs.
audio noobs is what we are.
Yeah.
So yes, we are sitting here with the lovely Behringer UMC 404 HD. However, we're
you saw our
also
TikTok-
fucking idiots, and we don't know how to set it up.
If you saw our TikTok, that's a little sort of prelude as
A
to
little
what
prelude.
we did.
Oh, we've just been doing shots and shots of Henning tonight, just trying to figure out how to set this damn thing up.
And just a word of advice: if you're trying to do some technical troubleshooting, don't drink alcohol.
Stay away from the Henny because it will fuck you up while you're trying to play with levels and shit. And I'm out here just popping shots. But
Can we get a pop
can we get a
noise?
live Henny pop?
Oh, here we go.
I'll give you a live Henny pop.
Oh,
That's ASMR at its
Delicious.
That
absolute
is
best.
ASMR porn right there, lads. I'm so proud of that. But first thing, because now that we have the interface, I think it's time for a little game.
Ooh,
Let's go.
Who's up for a little game?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to thank our friend Richard for giving us the intro. But let's play a game. Who said it?
Who said it? Who said it? Who said it? Who said it?
That's right. Welcome to the first episode
Shout
of
out to
Who
Richard.
Said It. Shout out to friend Richard, friend of producer Lachlan, and the friend of the show, really. Thanks for him for the
Thanks,
intro there.
Richie Rich.
But today's episode of Who Said It, the new segment on the show, we don't know if it'll be recurring. It might be a one-time thing. We'll see how it goes.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Pretty much this week, I've gone through my old Facebook chats with both you, Isaac, and you, producer Lachlan.
Oh my
Wow.
god, I'm so keen.
I
for
know,
this
I
game.
know. And I've got some tidbits, some out of context quotes. Here's the thing. You guys have to guess who said what. Who's ready to play Who Said It?
I'm ready.
Oh my god, this is great.
Okay. First quote. I keep my porn on a USB.
That is definitely producer Lachlan.
Who said
I-
it?
I actually don't think I've said that.
I
ever.
definitely have not said that.
Look, well, if you definitely know that you haven't, it's probably something I've said, but I
It is
don't.
definitely you. That is a you thing to do.
Why would I though? It's so impractical when you've got the whole World Wide Web.
When you got a hard drive.
All right. I mean,
Boys, I'm going to have to press you for an answer here.
okay. I'm gonna say it's me.
I'm gonna say it's Lachlan.
Right. Okay. Yep.
We're locking in Lachlan.
Yep.
The correct answer. Fuck, where is it? I've lost the sound effect. Oh, wait, here we go. The correct answer was Lachlan.
Well, I
In
wish I was
November
wrong.
of 2017, Lockie said, I keep my porn on a USB. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, next. You'll be okay. You can have a wank in the lounge room.
That is definitely me.
Who said that one?
That is
Who said
definitely me, and I think I know the context as to why.
It's clueless to me, but I'm intrigued to say the least. So I would love to, I guess, figure out who has said it.
I think it's me.
I think- yeah.
No.
I think
It could be you.
I
I don't know.
don't think I would offer someone to have a wank in my.
It's me. It's me. I know it's me.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
we're going to have to press you for an answer.
I'm gonna lock in Isaac.
Isaac.
Locking in Isaac. Isaac is correct. In November of 2016, you told me I could have a wank in the lounge room.
I think it was because maybe it was something to do with a relationship breakdown and your parents were away.
So free pass to have a little tug in the lounge room.
Apparently.
Well,
Little lounge
that's
tug.
what friends are for.
Get rid of the lounge rug. Replace it with a lounge tug. Am I right?
Oh my god.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me. Okay. All right. Next quote. I can't stop crying, but I do it for the kids. Who said that?
Oh, silence.
Oh my god.
It's definitely not a
How
quote you want to
could-
be held accountable for.
That
but
was
I mean, it could be really pure. It could be like something like, he's doing a really generous act for the kids, and
that is definitely
in the
you.
in the context of this person. I don't think it's like that.
Well, okay. Well,
That is definitely producer
look,
Lachlan.
I'm gonna say it's me as well. I don't want to say it's me, but I don't think it's Isaac.
Are we
But-
locking in?
Producer Lachlan.
We're locking in producer Lachlan. Producer Lachlan. Oh, is the wrong answer. No.
was it me?
In 2015 of April, Isaac said, I can't stop crying, but I do it for the kids.
Oh my god. No.
Wow.
Oh, I can't believe that.
I've hit the bruh sound effect. I've hit the bruh sound effect.
Bro moment.
All right, let's hit you with...
I can't believe that. What?
That's so weird.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Well, it could.
All right, I've got two more for you.
Can we just say, for future iterations of this segment, can we actually get like a proper, like the full sentence, or like give us a synopsis of what we're
Yeah.
actually
No, no,
talking
I
about?
like it as he
No,
is.
no,
Okay,
because
well,
it's
there's a bit of
keeping out of
mystery.
context,
Yeah,
you
okay,
know.
yeah.
It's very funny. All right, next one. Jake Paul is like Biggie reincarnated, but white. Who said it?
Oh,
Definitely Lachlan.
I don't think I've said that.
That is, I have never said
And I
that.
think they full meant it. Maybe.
Jake Paul. Nah. Well, look. Were you a few years ago? Were you into that stuff?
Never.
Okay. Well.
It's definitely you.
All right. Well,
Mitch knows.
Well, upon further investigation, I think it's going to be me.
Are we locking in Producer Lockie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Producer Lockie is correct. Of course it
Why
is.
did you say that?
I'm not proud of what I've said, and I take it back fully.
All right.
Now I'm a bit worried to have a conversation with Mitch because it just couldn't
No,
be
yeah, I'll bring
5
it.
years' time, it's gonna
I keep tabs on
resurface.
everything. I keep tabs on every conversation we have.
I hope you're not going to say something about the message I sent you throughout the week about waivers.
No, he sends me quite a bit. He sends me quite a bit of messages. But no, last one. All right, this is the defining one. All right,
Okay.
Oh my
you
god.
need to get this right. This is a big one. All right. Here's the quote. I've opened up my computer to big cock porn. Who said it?
I mean, I don't think I've ever said that in my life.
That is no. You've said that, Mitch. I reckon you've sent it to us.
I've opened up my computer to big cock porn.
That is definitely producer Lachlan.
Why are you looking at me?
Because it's you.
All right. I mean, I'm going to dob myself in, but I definitely don't think it is. And
I reckon
don't-
it's definitely producer
But I've said some
Lachlan.
shit in my past.
You definitely have said some shit in your past. I'm glad we didn't go through 2016 red pilled Lockie's conversation.
Let's just not even go there. I was a different person. I was a different person like yesterday. You know, every
That's
10
true.
years, all of our atoms.
Anyway, what was
replace.
the
All right. I've opened up my computer to big cock porn. Who'd we lock in?
Lachlan?
Lachlan?
Producer Lachlan is. No, the correct answer is me.
Oh,
I
well,
was
I mean,
right.
he was half
I was
right.
right.
And that was from last week as well.
Who should you send that to?
I sent that to Lockie. I told him I opened up my computer and I was greeted by a big, veiny, throbbing member.
Well, I want to say that it would have stood out to me, but among all the other just complete nonsense you send me, it just kind of blurred in, and I've not really taken any note.
I
Well,
really enjoyed that.
That was it.
That
Thanks
was
for
nuts,
playing
yeah.
Who Said It. Audience, play us off.
Oh,
Thanks for coming,
listeners. Yeah.
everyone. Thanks. You're all good fans. I'm so proud of our fans. Love each and every one of you.
I really enjoyed that. That was good, Mitch.
That was cool. I mean, it's
It was
Yeah.
good. It was
Yeah.
good.
All right. Something else that's quite big that's happened throughout the week was Mitchell's 21st.
happy birthday, Mitch.
First of all,
Thanks, everyone.
can I just say, big shout out to Belle. Huge shout out to Belle.
Absolutely.
Yep. Shout out to Mummy Mitch.
Mummy Mitch.
Is that what we're calling her on the show?
Yeah.
Mummy Mitch.
Mother of Mitchell.
Mother of Mitch.
You may have seen on the Instagram.
Son of a Mitch, if you will.
Oh, I mean, that was cool. Yeah.
I like,
yeah, I like that.
But that doesn't make sense.
Son of a Mitch.
Ooh, she's not your son.
Oh. True. All
Mitch
right.
of a
Well,
son.
yeah. Next,
No,
keep
Mitch,
going.
yeah.
Keep going.
We've gone.
We've gone too far.
Huge shout out. Something that we're going to put in the studio and we're going to have for years to come. The Everything's Fine sign.
Oh, boys.
It's like a neon-
I think we've put it on the Instagram
Yeah.
at least once or twice, but Mummy Mitch hooked us up with a bloody beautiful neon
Beauty.
sign for the podcast. We'll definitely make sure to take some pics of it, but phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal
Absolutely love it.
handcrafted
Man
stuff.
cave vibes.
It is
absolute phenomenal.
It is a man cave.
And
vibe.
it just
Do we
and
have a
it
sound we could hook that up with? Do you want-
surely
I'll just hit it with a bruh.
big. Yep.
Yep, there we go.
So suitable.
Again, apologise in advance.
We're still working this
Oh,
out.
I absolutely plan to spam the
yeah,
soundboard
that's,
at multiple
that's what I'm
points.
apologising about.
Oh,
Apologising
right.
about here.
Okay.
Yes,
Sure.
yes.
Yep.
But yeah.
My question to you though, boys. The wildest party you've ever been to.
Oh wow.
Oh, well,
Wildest
okay.
birthday party you've ever been to.
Birthday party specifically,
Specifically.
I think you definitely know the one. Let's just say I got there in a car, and I left with two men holding me by my arms and legs,
And I may have been one of them.
and he was definitely one of them,
I
stretching
don't
me
think I've
into a
heard
car.
this. story.
There's a girl that we went to school with.
All right, we went to a school. We went to a school. We actually did go to a school. Funnily enough,
You did?
I know, right? I'm very dumb.
Shocking.
Which school was it? What was the address?
It was Crackhead United. It was
The School of Hard Knocks.
School of Hard Rocks, actually.
Well, we do know it was a Catholic school, so we'll say that
Right.
much.
It was a Cathy, as we call it.
We don't call them that.
This is a Cathy potty. Prez up. No, so I went to this girl at school's party. It was like her 18th or 19th or however 17th.
It
even.
must have been 17.
I don't even know.
Right.
But and I will incriminate myself here on the pod. But you know what? It's nothing no one's heard before. Pretty-
Underage drinking.
Yes, mate. Underage drinking, and we'll leave it at
Yeah,
that.
I was going to say, we'll leave it at that.
We'll say there's no other substances involved. It was just double blacks, the kryptonite of every teenager.
Absolutely.
You know what we used to refer to them as?
What?
Double black the fuck out.
Yeah, literally.
I like that.
It's fun. Like I don't even know what's so special about them, but just even when I smell them, I'm like get
laced
away
laced
from-
with cocaine.
They literally, are.
Literally are, bro.
But let's just say I was at this party and I did something, and then I was like, okay, let me just hit this 4-pack of double blacks like that. Absolutely plowed through them in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops, right? And then all the people coming in, and I'm on the floor, right? Like I was sitting on the floor, and I think I fell over straight onto the floor, face down. And everyone's coming in singing happy birthday, right? And I'm up the back, happy birthday, like genuinely paralyzed,
Gone.
whole body. I'm gone. And then I think someone was like, Mitch needs to go home. He's gone. He's dead. He's dying on the spot. This man might die. So pretty much, I've got Isaac on my arms. I've got another lad. His name's Sean. He's on my legs,
Bowie, thanks,
Wow.
mate.
and they're pulling me out like a roller coaster. Because in my head, they're like carrying me out like a stretcher. In my head, I'm like, this is the world's greatest roller coaster.
Literally, like,
This is Six Flags right here.
the fact that you're enjoying it so much as well made it so much more frustrating. Because you'd be like, boys,
Whee! I was literally like, wee! And they're like trying to get me through the screen door. Fucking hell, he's heavy. And pretty much, I think they sat me down for 1 second so they could say goodbye to the host of the party, right?
Wow.
In that 1 second, I saw a little old wooden like play cubby, right?
oh,
And I think I could swear people in it. So pretty much I went up to it, missed the door completely, fell straight onto it, broke the entire thing. There was a couple making out in there.
Oh my god.
There
can
was like a
see
little teen
correctly.
hookup going in there, and I fell on top of them and took the entire structure down with me at the same time. Literally, Isaac and Sean put me down. Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for having it. Oh, Mitch has fucked it.
it's like you put the puppy down for 2 seconds and you're like, oh,
Oh
shit's
my
and
gone.
he's
Fuck.
absolutely torn up all your shoes. Pretty much, yeah. And then, so they pick me up again. They take me out to some random car. Still to this day, I don't know whose car it was. I can't tell you. It was an unmarked car.
It's
Unmarked van.
Pokemon.
I absolutely could have been,
Abducted. then and there.
abducted. I could
Wow.
not see the light of day. But yeah, they put me in a car, and they were like, just lean right. So obviously, boom, I keep leaning left, hitting the door left. They give me a bucket. I think I cried and threw up.
I don't think it was a bucket. I think it was something like a. Oh, maybe it was a bucket.
No, it was a bucket then.
Wait a minute. Was I there?
I don't think you're at this party, man. Producer Lockie doesn't get invited to
That
parties.
that was another party where Mitch was crying.
Oh, well, I tend to
There's a
cry
lot
at
of
a lot
there's
of
a
high
lot of
school
times where Mitch is crying at parties.
I just like to listen to Frank Ocean. All right, so shut up. Pretty much, yeah. We get outside, and they take me to this girl's house who I was like I wouldn't say like good mates with, but I was like friends, acquaintances with. Right? Take it to her house. They put me in a room. I don't know whose house this is. I don't know what room it is. They just put me in a room. They put Kanye on a speaker next to me, and I fall asleep lengthways across the bed, not like pillow to the bottom. I fall across the other way. I wake up the next day, the worst splitting headache I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, I can
Splitting
relate.
headache, gone to the toilet to throw up immediately, can't see, can't stumble, and I'm contacting my friends, like can't even see my phone, and it's the next morning, I can't see my phone. Trying to contact, please help me, pick me up. I leave the room, I'm like, I have never, ever, ever seen this house in my
Holy
entire life.
fuck.
No one's awake, no noise. So I'm just like, all right, well, I'm walking out the front door. And I walked out the door and I realized I need to throw up. So I grabbed one of her, what do they
Don't
call
say
like
it.
decorative buckets or some shit.
No.
And I took it back to my dad's house. And I remember this girl dropped me off, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Dad. Look, honestly, I'm just gonna go to bed. I've got a bit of a sick stomach." And he's like, "Yep, righto, mate. I trust you there." And I didn't go into work that day at Hungry Jack's, unfortunately.
I do remember that actually. I think I remember I had to call in and be your dad or something.
No.
He called in as my dad to work that day.
Oh,
That's
it's
the
just Mitchell's father here. Yes, the son's not too well. So
He's got a stomach bug.
Wait, have you guys seen like Home Alone 2, I think? And he's using the voice recorder to be like,
the
Oh,
voice
yeah.
modulator thing.
it's Scott McAllister, the father.
Oh,
He
I
slows
wish we were that
Yeah,
smart
he
at
like
the
slows it
time,
down.
but
That was a great movie.
I wish-
it reverbs it.
I wish we were that smart at the time, but no, we couldn't do it, unfortunately.
Producer Lachlan, you've had many a wild party in your time.
Yeah, we've had a few parties at the house. I mean, they've all been pretty tame. Like, obviously, there's been a lot of crazy moments that happen internally, but in terms of the, I guess, craziest party I've ever been to, it's probably one of my sister's friends' party. I was just meant to.
Hang on a
Um,
second. His sister's 5 years younger than he is.
Producer
years
Lockie's
younger.
got a sister. Oh my word!
Anyway,
wait.
No. We know that this annoys him. We know that this annoys him.
yeah,
No,
I mean,
it's not a joke anymore. She's just so lovely.
Oh my god, I think I'm going to have to jump between the two of them.
Don't
play the simp noise.
Where's do we have a simp noise?
Just a bruh.
I can give you an anime wow sound effect.
Sure. Yeah,
There you go.
nice,
That's
that
close
was
enough.
nice.
Just pretend it said simp.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I have kind of become friends with a lot of Jess's friends, and I mean Jess has become friends with
Ooh, he loves the underages.
me and my sister's friends are purely.
What was that quote
platonic.
about kids before, Isaac? I can't
don't
stop
know.
crying if I do it for the kids.
Anyway, so basically, I was at one of her friends' parties. I don't remember the occasion, but it was wild. Like I've never seen something more close to Project X in my life.
Oh dear.
I mean, it
Obviously
was
you
okay.
haven't hung out with Leo.
Well,
Well,
actually,
yeah, we'll get to that.
true.
But yeah, keep
Yeah.
going.
Anyway, it was just it was wild. Like shit was just going on, and like they had this like, it was called the Rave Cave. It was called the fucking.
I'm sorry, what?
The Rave Cave. Basically, it was a basement where, a basement, and they had a full DJ setup, smoke machines. It was basically like a nightclub in this little thing, and it was crazy. It was like really cool, but like the floorboards. I was the only, because I was just taking photos for this event because it was, I think, a birthday, and I was like, you know, for your birthday gift, I'll just take some photos and you know, whatever. But and I wasn't drinking, but I remember like I think I was the only sane person just walking around as like people were like jumping up and down. I'm like, these floorboards just seem a little bit
Oh no.
fragile.
Not exactly up to specs.
Building standards.
Bit
and
of
codes.
OH&S.
And I'm just like, I swear to God, I'm like, any minute now the floors are just gonna break.
No.
But okay, I know you where you think it's gonna go. It didn't go there, thankfully. In fact, because it's on a slope. It's on a slope, so if the floors broke, everyone would have fell down and really
And the
done
whole
some,
house would have slid down the
slid
slope.
down the hill.
Down.
Yep.
That'd have made for a great story,
Look,
though.
I mean, it's not really a great story, really. It's just it was a great party. Like it wasn't really that crazy, and it didn't involve me getting mutilated.
But like, it's funny to think that like, how old do you think your sister was when this was going on?
Oh, like, I mean, 17, 16, I think.
See, like, I feel like we
Yeah, that
didn't have
works.
parties like
yeah,
that.
like this. Yeah, kids are crazy these days, man.
Although there is a story that I'm going to tell. And around our group of friends, it is a very, very famous story. There's a girl that we went to school with. Bit of a wild child, I think you could say. I'm just going to say one thing, knocking on my bedroom window, and Mitch will know who the girl is.
Oh, yeah.
She's lovely.
I hope she's doing all good today.
She's part of a defence family, so obviously defence housing. And my God, what happened to this house is next
Oh
level.
my God.
Oh, it's awful.
So we went there. And
Oh, wait, can we talk about the day first?
yeah, let's talk about the day. You talk about the day.
So, this girl had a free house party, right? That morning, and I'm sorry to bring the podcast down to a somber level, but my girlfriend broke up with me at the
Oh.
time. So obviously, well, don't be too upset. I don't like her.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a good thing.
And I was like 15. How old was I? 16, 17?
We would have been 17 because
17 at the time. It's obviously not a thing anymore, but
He thinks about it every night.
I do think
He
about
still
it every
cries
day, and
himself
I
to
wish
sleep.
and I want you back. Pretty much. What?
He said, "I miss you."
Oh right, okay,
No,
sorry. I
no,
thought you said
no.
the name. I was
Yeah,
like,
so did
oh,
I. I
that's
was
a-
like, hang
that's
on.
an
I
nickname.
wouldn't say the name, but pretty much, yeah. That happened that morning, and then I went back to this girl's free house, and while she was sitting at the party, me and Isaac, we sat on the couch and we watched a Netflix movie. It was called Sex Robot, I
It
believe.
is strange.
I believe it was called Sex Robot.
It was really, really weird.
What is it? Is it basically?
I think it was a UK movie.
No, it was US. It was so US. It was like the
Was
most US budget.
It was
thing I've
so
ever
budget
seen.
that it was crazy. So budget. It was
Sex
insane.
Robot movie.
Like the effects were so
So
bad.
was it a
It was a
fictional
Netflix movie.
movie?
It was fictional. Yeah, it was fictional.
right? Okay.
Like to
But-
the point I genuinely cannot find it on Google. Maybe we just had a fever dream, dude. Maybe we just had. Oh no, I found it. Hotbot.
Oh, that's it.
Hotbot 2016. Okay, well that dates it to 2016. It's got a 3.4 out of 10 on
Oh my
IMDb.
I'm surprised it's not lower, to be honest.
Hotbot is the hilarious journey of two sexually repressed and unpopular teenage geeks who accidentally discover a life supermodel sex bot. So that was the plot.
Yep.
That was the
Sick.
movie. It's about as good as you think it is, but pretty much we watched that and ate. We didn't have any snacks. We had chocolate chips. Like not like chocolate chips like you just snack
You
on,
put in.
but like cooking
cookies.
chocolate chips. Yeah, like
This
cooking
makes it even
mix.
weirder.
So I mean, what a day, you know. And then that night, I'll hand it back.
The party was insane. Like, I remember we sort of like helped set up the party a little bit. So we were like, "Oh, we'll come early, make sure everyone gets in, whatever, blah blah." And I remember the host, basically, she'd passed out by 9 o'clock,
Yep.
Fuck.
if not earlier actually. And basically after then, it was just a free for all. The house was a free for all. I shit you not. In the lounge room, shoulder to shoulder, it was like a nightclub. You couldn't move.
No.
Yeah, it was mess.
So many people. It was crazy.
Holy fuck.
Mitch, I think you tell this story really well. You came and there was a couple of guys running with her barbecue up the street.
Oh my god.
Yeah, literally stole her barbecue, ran up the street with it. We walked in the back and there's people just putting flour in the microwave.
Oh, like I've never seen a house be disrespected like this.
I remember I was playing beer pong with the boys and there was just so many people. It was crazy. I remember one of my mates slid down the banister on the stairs and it snapped.
Oh yeah,
I remember
Oh my
people,
God.
and this was a two-story
So this is
house.
proper Project X.
Yeah, it was.
But this is like people got drunk purely to fuck this girl's house up.
Yeah, literally, they went out there to destroy it. People climbed on the roof, took the tiles off the roof, and were throwing it down at people on the ground.
Holy
I
Yeah,
know, right?
it's lucky no one was like really badly hurt. And then the next day,
That could kill someone.
yeah, I know, bro. The next day was the worst thing. I remember I stayed at your house with one of our friends, and we rock up, and we're like,
my
we'll help clean up.
God.
Yeah.
We go to walk in, and the neighbor comes out, and he goes, I'm telling the parents, and you're lucky you didn't call the cops. And we're like, wait, what? And he's screaming at us, and he's like, clean that house up. And he's just yelling. We're like, holy shit. We walk in.
Bro, it's not even your house.
We walk in, the host, she's like, oh my God, like I can't move,
shaken.
whatever.
Yeah.
We
Poor
start
thing.
cleaning up the house. People had drawn symbols, which we won't say what they were.
No, we can say it
Okay, yeah.
because it wasn't us,
No.
but there were people there drawing just fat swastikas
Holy
With-
fuck.
with honey.
with honey.
So it had set overnight and it was like
Oh,
concrete.
no.
So people had been drawing that. They'd been drawing stuff. There was flour everywhere. The banister had been broken. And I remember a couple of her friends rocked up and we just started talking. I'm like, how the hell did so many people come? Like, it is insane. Basically, what she had done throughout the week, get this, she had like her athletics carnival and she gotten on the megaphone and she was like, party at my house this weekend. If you want to come, just ask your friends and just rock up.
So basically a one on 101 on what not to do.
How not
Literally.
to plan a party.
Oh, I
Holy
just thought of another
fuck.
party,
Yeah.
but we'll save that story for another
Sure.
day.
Yeah, I mean,
Save
I
it for
don't.
another
I'll
day.
be honest. You guys have some great wild party stories. I'm sure I do have some in there, but like, let's be honest. Like, if it's a great party, you don't really remember it.
Well, you're also not invited. Producer Lockie's just
Yeah,
a
true.
tech guy. So
There's-
I'm just the fucking nerd who.
But-
the weeb.
You know, he's doing well in life now. So
Oh, he's doing pretty
jokes
good
on
now.
you.
yeah, so shut the fuck up, all the haters.
I'll give you a little prelude to this party that I went to. My mate broke his leg at the party.
Lovely, always a
Wow.
good start.
I'm keen. I'm
Yeah.
keen to learn more.
Alrighty, bringing it down a note. Something that I wanted to talk about, a little more somber.
Right.
Obviously, we are the Everything's Fine podcast,
yeah.
and we want to focus on everything being fine. Something I wanted to talk about this week was mental health.
Yeah.
Maybe our personal struggles with it, how you sort of made your way out of it, that type of thing. So, boys, do you want to kick it off? Maybe something that you've gone through?
Yeah, sure.
You go or
Yeah.
I go? You can go, man. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Sure.
Because I feel like what you're about to say is what I also feel. So
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we can play off each other.
we can vibe, if you will.
We will vibe. Yeah, so I mean, like, I've always been a little bit anxious about basically everything since the get-go. I mean, it's pretty normal to feel that way, but as you kind of, I guess, progress throughout your maturity level, you know, you leave school, you get a job, and shit starts to really matter.
You can say it sort of maybe gets better or like...
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Well, no. Well, for my case,
Mm.
it actually
It doesn't get better
worsened.
for everyone.
No,
Yeah,
no,
for a lot
exactly.
of people, like, school is maybe the main source of anxiety, or even university. And once they sort that out, it's kind of fixed. Mine was, I mean, a bit of uni and work-related stuff. Basically, well, I really noticed, I guess, 2 months ago, I think. I was in the midst of exams. Maybe it was only a month ago, but I remember I woke up and, like, my chest was, like, super sore. And I was like, what the fuck? And, like, breathing was a little bit hard. And I was like, bro, do I have the fucking coronavirus? I was dead. I was like pretty sure, like, I was like, I had a cold or something like that. And then, I mean, it was in the midst of exams. So I was like, I'm kind of just feeling nauseous all the time and, like, blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, and then the following day it was, like, still there. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And it got to the point where, like, you just feel numb. And I realized in that, I think it was the following day, I was like, this is fucking, like, crippling anxiety. Like, this is proper anxiety that debilitates you.
You actually don't know that you have it until you're in it. You don't
Yeah.
realize it
And that's
hits
exactly
you.
right. Like, I've always heard, I'm like, I have, like, really bad anxiety. I can't do anything. I'm like, yeah, I mean, we all get anxious, but it's you really cannot truly comprehend what they feel like unless you're in it. Yeah, you're right.
No.
And I mean, so yeah, basically, it was also stemming from the fact that, you know, I was transitioning to a new job, and you know, I guess that was pretty stressful as well. But
So would you say that it was compounding? It was like it was
Yeah.
a lot of things coming in.
lots
at
of little
once.
things, yeah. Especially uni students and in just students would not, like, you know, high school. You went through this probably, where, like, you feel like because there's, like, multiple classes, you've got multiple shit going on. It's not like a job where it's usually just one source of stress or, you know, this and that. Basically, like, yeah, you've got multiple sources, and it's just like it's hard to manage when it's not one packaged thing. In my opinion, it's easier to kind of focus on one thing, whereas if you've got lots of things going on. Anyway, so basically, yeah, it got really bad, and then I didn't really seek any professional help, which, I mean, I possibly could have resolved it quicker, but
Look, one thing that I like really would recommend is that you have the name of Good Psych. Do you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
have someone in your life. I think it is so important that you have someone in your life that you can just send a message. And it doesn't have to be someone, I think, that you talk to on the daily and you
Yep.
just go, you know what? Can we just have a really good, frank chat? Can I just vent to you? Because it's so cliche, but it's as funny as it is. as soon as you say it out loud and you express those things, you feel better.
Absolutely. I think if you can take away one thing, just talking is easy because, and I that's what I try to do. I try to foster an environment within my friendship group that is, comfortable with raising issues like that. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of friendships out there and friend groups that, they'll post are you okay Instagram story, but then as soon as that day's over, they're back to fucking hanging shit on their mates and like basically bullying them. Like that shit is not okay. But yeah, I think if you can build an environment where you're okay with where it feels normal and natural to talk about these sort of things, they will usually come to you. But yeah, I think like reaching out is possibly the big first step.
Yeah, no, I've personally always found that I find it like the people I'm closest to, I think I'm closest to because I find it so comfortable to reach out to them. Like I know you guys like particular as well. Some of like my other friends, obviously like my mum especially as well. Just when I'm really going through it, it's always good to know that like there's at least someone who will get it. You know what I mean?
You know what this feels like, by the way? It feels like a school talk. Like we the Everything's Fine podcast features on one of the assemblies in front of the boys and just like, nah, but seriously, yeah, I think,
no. See, I've always struggled with like since birth. I've always struggled with like I don't know what it's called like technically, but it is just like a form of chronic anxiety. And I always noticed that even as like a kid, growing up and stuff like that, especially to like, even now, like, I tend to do this thing where like I create like scenarios in my head and I just replay them over and over, even though there's like a very slight chance it never happened.
Yeah.
So would you say something like, if I send you a message like, hey Mitch, we need to talk, and in your
jump
mind,
to the conclusion.
If anyone ever sends me a message, we need to talk or whatever, immediately I can't even like what I'm doing. Like I remember there's been multiple times where I've been at work and I'll get a text from mum or a girlfriend at the time and I'll just be like, I'm sorry, I need to go home. I'm having, an attack right now. There was one time when I saw pictures of my ex-girlfriend at a festival and I remember I went to my manager. I'm like, I'm freaking out right now. I'm panicking. I need to go home. And it was actually really cool. They were pretty cool with it. They let me go. But, it's, I think, what was it? Early 2019, I went to a doctor specifically to ask for, like, recommendations and to see, a GP, etc. It's a shame that, like, I wish I'd followed that up sort of thing. Just because they said they put me on a list and then I never got a call back sort of thing. Right. So I just dropped it, But yeah, it's sort of like, for me, it's sort of like something that I know I'll always live with until I start, even when I do start to see someone physically, which I probably will eventually. But for now, it's just sort of like, in terms of coping, I guess, how would you cope? How do you cope with that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's different, and like my source of anxiety at the moment is typically lack of confidence in like there'll be meetings that I attend where there's executives from like Microsoft and shit like that. People like important people that I need to set a really good create a good build rapport with and build working relationships. And I'm a big first impressions guy as well, so it's also like I'm super worried about that. And yeah, I think like I always build this sort of I build them up to this great big strong important person, and that freaks me out a little bit. My coping mechanism for that, I've got two. First is just realizing that everyone's human beings. Like everyone has, their basic human needs. Everyone's got like Netflix shows they go home and watch. Everyone's got like, you know, a pet or, you know, something, you know, someone to look forward to get, hopefully they do that. But
Yeah.
like everyone's got these basic things that we all kind of have, and we're all pretty similar. We're all pretty similar when it comes down to it. And so another thing, like everyone puts their pants on one leg at a time. Like no one's like, you know, no one's better than anyone else.
Okay, I was wondering where you're going with that analogy.
Yeah, like it's like a, you know, no one's doing crazy things to get ahead. And we're all pretty similar. But another thing, my second coping mechanism is just exposure therapy. And this is something that's pretty hard for a lot of people, but I basically will just say yes to everything and put myself into the most uncomfortable situations, which I will hate myself for. And I will lose sleep over, my acne will get really bad, and you can basically tell, like, I'm not in a good state. But it's
You're
possibly,
pushing yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
it gets to the point where it's torture. Like, it's probably not always the healthiest thing to do, but it's the quickest way to fix it. Absolutely,
for
for me,
sure.
in my opinion. And I mean, there's situations where it just doesn't make sense to do it, but yeah, for things like, you know, talking to people that I'm scared of, or, you know, not scared of, but like, you know, intimidated by, and really impressed by people that I admire, and, you know, all that sort of stuff. I just kind of just approach them and just like start talking, even though I'm like, fuck, what have I done? And I just keep going. Or like, you know, things like that, where I accept tasks that are maybe a bit out of my depths, and I learn along the way.
So you would say it's like a muscle that you need to work.
Exactly. Yeah. I think absolutely, it's like a muscle, and also it's just like practice. You get better with practice. Like I think a lot of situations where we know our mind takes over, and we underestimate how much our mind impacts the way we feel. Like, you know, if you get sick, you know, the coronavirus strikes, you're obviously sick, but your mind plays also a huge impact. You know, like I think it's something that I guess society is kind of coming to grips with at the moment.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
yeah, like if you were to say, oh, I'm not feeling well, they immediately think it's a you know, internal, you know, physical thing.
Physical thing, yeah.
You know, you got a headache or something like that, but really it could be, you know, I'm not feeling well because crippling anxiety is striking again, and I don't feel like I can move my limbs, kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I'm
interesting.
glad we live in like a modern age now where we're able to, like, because, you know, even like 5 or 10 years ago, we wouldn't really be able to have like a chat like this on a podcast.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
20 years ago, you go to a psychiatrist, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
legit.
And there's still stigma around that.
Yep.
I think.
It's more like it's more just like internalized stuff, you know. I feel like sometimes, even though you wouldn't, if you really think about it, you don't really believe it. But I know that for some people, a lot of their first haste option is like, if someone's, you know, sad or whatever, it's just sort of an annoyance, you know,
Yeah.
or almost a burden on you to carry them, you know.
Yep.
But I just think, like, at the end of the day, like, just basic like human compassion is all, you know, like, not all we need, but like it's just something that to remind yourself of.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I guess like where you were talking about coping before, it's just like, I think personally I've like come to realize that I'm just not like there yet where you are, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to get to the point where you
It's
can just
just
accept
tough.
it.
It's like for me, I find personally I have to constantly be doing something for it to like get good. But if I don't do it for a while, then I sort of lose that aspect. You know what I mean? Like if I want to get a new job per se, right? And I go through my first job interview, right? I'll be absolutely nervous. I'll lose sleep. I'll be so scared. I'll get to the interview and think about how I can walk out of it. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And I do this weird overthinking thing, like, okay, I'm going to walk in, I'm going to say this, I'm going to take this breath, I'm going to do this hand motion, I'm going to do all this,
I do the
etc.
exact same. Yep.
Yeah, but, you know, once you do the first interview, then you do the second one, it's easier, then you do the third one, it's easier,
Yeah.
and then it's all good. But then for me, in a year's time, when I have to do it again, same deal, you know.
Yeah.
Then I'm nervous again, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I plan on getting over something like that, but yeah, I guess ideally I'd be looking at something like someone physical to talk to.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of in a very fortunate position where I can do that, because a lot of people can't, you know, they can't bring themselves to the point of, you know, job interviews is a big one. Like even normal meetings where there's high profile individuals attending, they feel just like job interviews, and I'm overthinking every movement I make, you know. And I've gotten to the point where this is where I'm at now, where like in an interview I'll be super nauseous, like straight up, like
Yeah.
Like you're gonna vomit.
absolutely. And I don't vomit, like I'm not, I will like it will never happen. But I know, like, it's just the throat is just constantly just uncomfortable and super nauseous. Anyway, it's gotten to the point where I'm just like, fuck it, fuck this.
Just do it. Yeah.
You're gonna go into this interview. You're gonna be a good boy, and you're gonna fucking
Get some
like,
good boy points.
and I don't even like. Usually beforehand, I used to just sit at the like near like the closest seat to the door, because like I'm
Yeah.
always in this thought that like
there might be a
if
fire or
if
some
I
shit.
no, I'm like, if I need to throw up or something like that, or if
Yeah,
it gets really
you're
bad,
right.
or if I'm like, freak out, I don't know, like. But now I'm just like, fuck it, back corner, let's go. And yeah, I mean, it's just like I do this like I get this like moment of courage,
Yeah.
and then like 10 seconds later I'm like, what the fuck have I done? But I'm just like, it's making me exercise that muscle, as you say.
But when you're there, like you realize that, oh, maybe this wasn't as bad as I
Yeah,
initially
everyone's
thought.
human. Everyone's
It's-
fucking
yeah,
human.
I've
We're all
always
fucking
found
human.
that like I'm really good with confidence and being like that in some aspects, but not in others. You know, like
Yeah.
as far as like you've all known me, like public speaking is something I pride myself in public
Oh,
speaking.
very,
Absolutely.
very,
I
very
pride
good.
myself on putting myself out there in like acting situations or something like that, or like crowds. Crowds do not bother me at all. I could jump on stage right now in front of a crowd and just
we could do a
say-
live show.
we could literally do a live show right now, and I it would be so easy for me. It'd be
Yeah.
so easy for me. But then like going out to a club scares me. You know what I mean?
Right.
What is it? Is it the individuality of it that sort of gets you, or
I don't know. It's sort of the thing
the
that
noise, or
I'll be
all
honest,
the
that is so
people?
bizarre. Like, I feel like your case
yeah.
is something that, seeing someone about it would
You
solve a
reckon
lot of
it's
issues.
It's a unique one.
Yeah, it's because it's unique. Because
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've heard similar things where people are super outgoing, but you know, when it comes to like more intimate or direct, like job interviews, I mean, they're stressful for everyone. But like,
Yeah. It's if I'm doing anything in front of a crowd,
Yeah.
I don't see faces. You know what I mean? I
Right.
just see the crowd.
you see numbers.
But
you see
if I'm
dollars.
if I'm
come through.
sitting next to I see money signs. But if I look at someone directly and I have to talk to them about
Yeah.
something harsh or whatever, or
Right. So this is a bit
something
uncomfortable.
intimate,
I'm
then
joking.
yeah.
It's fine for between
Yeah.
the boys, but
Yeah.
between the boys, yeah, we say but like at the end of the boys at the end of the day, the boys also have each other's back. So,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
but yeah, it is just sort of a thing that like I guess
We could do a whole episode. I think like
We really
literally,
could,
We
but,
go on
um,
forever.
yeah, I guess like while we're here, I guess like if you are feeling anxious or depressed, the best website I've used personally was Beyond Blue. You can just go to their website beyondblue.org.au or just call them 1300 22 4636. It's so easy to just chat with someone there.
And we will leave links to these.
We'll leave links to these, of course. Lifeline is for like if you're in a personal crisis. Same deal, lifeline.org 131114. And then again, like the biggest one, maybe not the biggest one, of course, but like if you're really, off the deep end, considering, unfortunate things, suicidecallbackservice.org.au, great website. I've heard people I know have used it personally, and it's actually tended to save them from certain things. So that's 1300 659 467. But yeah, as far as that chat goes, yeah.
Is there actually, if I just say something,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
just quickly? I think like with me, like
Sorry, we kind of completely just.
Yeah, I was
you're
gonna-
right,
I was-
you're
well, I
right.
was
You
sort
boys
of-
were really into
I was
like, this
sort
stuff.
of waiting for like you to come in with a story, but yeah.
I don't know, like for me, like growing up, I sort of was really, you couldn't really say fortunate, but I didn't struggle a lot with mental health. Like when I was younger, I very much try to pride myself on that. Like I walk to the beat of my own drum. I don't really care what other people think. I just do what I want. Well, not what I want, but like
He's a
what I
fucking
enjoy.
rebel.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm saying.
He's unhinged.
But the thing that, like, I was actually going to make a joke about this later in the podcast, but we'll talk on it
Oh,
now.
I thought you were gonna segue this
No,
mental
no,
health
no,
chat
no,
to a
no.
joke.
The thing that, like, I found now in my life, and you could maybe say it's mental health, but I can get, like, severe OCD with things.
Absolutely.
Like, very, very bad. Like, things have to be, like, lined up in a certain way in my life. Otherwise, like, I just can't think. It's like so many noises going on at once. And like, it's just like, I've written down here like really weird quirks that I have. Like, I can never ever have money in my spendings account just in case like something happens.
right.
So I always transfer the exact amount that I need. For savings, I can only do tens.
Oh, yeah.
Or 50s or 100s. Like,
I
it
only
has
do
to be
100s,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
fair.
like a perfect
We might just
number.
be smart financially. Really.
Well, like, financially, like, that's one of the big things that like I like have to line up. Do you know what I mean?
Don't get a joint spending account.
yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Sorry, babe, but yeah. And then the other thing that I do, like, and my girlfriend can attest to this, it's really weird. I have to lock doors and then double check it and then triple check it.
Yeah.
So like at work, I have to like lock my computer screen and I know that I've locked it, but I have to walk back and double check that I've locked it.
Right.
Like at home, I'll have to double check that I've locked the doors. In my car, I always double check that I've locked the car. Always. It's just really strange. But like what I've found with me and like with this like really bad like OCD is that as soon as you sort of like tone down the noises in your life, which for me I've touched on in previous episodes is social media. I don't have like any social media on my phone. I like turn down that external noise. It becomes a lot more clear. And then the other thing is I have to be like organized with these certain things. And finances is definitely one. Like I'll be like sitting at work and I won't have much to do and I'll be like, all right, I need to track my spendings for the next month. And I need to make sure like I'm doing this and this and this. So like that's one thing like I found. And also writing things down. Like I had a whiteboard a couple of months ago and I would just write down all these things that I need to do. It's actually perfect for productivity because like I get so much done when I'm like, oh my God, I need to do this.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the physical like impacts that it's had on me is that like I've literally woken up in the middle of the night and can't breathe because I'm like, and then like this was really bad a couple of months ago, but like I literally couldn't get to sleep at night because I would have too many things in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
yeah.
like, no, I can't get to sleep. I need to get like go up and like finish these things and then I can go to sleep. So like I suppose stuff like that. That's when it gets really, really bad when it's like I can't sleep at all.
Yeah, I
because,
get
like,
you.
my
Yeah,
head,
I feel
like,
that.
I
feel
need to finish these things. But yeah, I think that also links back to putting a lot of pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Like to get things done in a
Yeah.
certain way. And it's the same with you guys. I can really relate to that. Like you're going to go into this room, you're going to shake this person's hand like this, you're going to say these words and they're going to say this back. And it's like
Micromanaging your entire
Yeah,
life and
it's
thinking
like-
that everything's gonna fall into place when in reality life is complex
No,
and fucked
life-
up.
Yeah.
life is not perfect. And like
Yeah.
that's the thing I always tell myself, like there's no such thing as a perfect situation. If anything, the perfections are in the imperfections.
Yeah.
Like the things that you fuck up and you don't realize how bad that was. Like it didn't go, sorry, not how bad, but it didn't go the way that you wanted is actually perfect.
Yeah. It works out in the end. Everything kind of falls into place. And yeah, I think I relate to, I mean, I have straight up OCD. Like you guys have seen my fucking room. Like it
Yeah.
No,
it's
literally
nice,
looks
it's
like
nice.
a
Yeah.
fucking serial killer's paradise. Like it,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's kind of, it's always neat. It's, I mean, and I'm, and I, well, what I've kind of done to resolve that is, minimalism. And it's not like, yeah, like people think minimalism is an aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah, it is that.
It's a lifestyle as well. Yeah.
It's a whole lifestyle and just trying to take out shit that you don't need. Like if you don't need something, and I do this, I'm very stringent with it. If I don't need something in my life, I will literally just delete it, or like take it
Yeah.
out, or even like it's not even just physical things. Even like the way I manage my file structures on my computer, and things like that. It reflects into that. It's just like and it helps take a lot of the stress away from me. Really, it's super weird, but yeah. If anyone's interested, just slide in the DMs of the Everything's Fine podcast, and I'll send you some links.
To the
To-
battle
Yeah, of
station.
course.
To like minimalism stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
to the middle. What's the guy you showed me? What's his
Matt
channel?
Diavella.
Oh, I watched Matt D'Avella as well.
Matt Diavella.
He's really great, just on general lifestyle, like
Yeah.
even just productivity and the way you should kind of live your life. He's really great.
I
And,
really like Matt D'Avella. One of the few people that I would actually subscribe to his Patreon.
Oh yeah. He's got some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't subscribe personally, but if I was to do it, it would probably be one of his.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good chat, boys.
Yeah.
Is there anything
that.
else that we all wanted to say?
I can't think of anything personally. I feel like
It could be an ongoing kind of catch up every few
I-
episodes or
it'd
something.
be
I
nice
think
to.
so.
Yeah.
I feel like. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I'm just trying to think because we've touched on like anxiety and like a bit of depression, stuff like that. I actually I've noticed more and more recently, especially when it was pointed out to me, a former manager of mine actually said that there's potential that I have like ADHD symptoms. You know what I mean? And I feel like once someone tells you something like that, then you start to pick up on it yourself.
You can't help but notice
I
it.
definitely notice it, man. Like, absolutely. Like, there's just so many points in, especially at work in my day, where I'll start a task or a project and then I'll just get insanely bored of it very, very quickly. And stuff like that. Or someone will be having a serious chat and halfway through I'll just be like, man, I just want to blurt out something. Just anything
Yeah.
that is just, I think is funny, but it's not funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just something, yeah, I mean, now that I've heard it, I've been able to, like,
Think
tone
about it,
tone
yeah.
Recognize it.
think about it, recognize it, and tone it back. But, yeah, so I've actually found that to be sort of easy, you know what I mean? Toning back levels like that. But, like, yeah, just like the anxiety stuff, I still haven't been able to tone back. But
Yeah, I feel like that's a more complex issue. I mean, look, they're all pretty complex and
it's a work in progress,
yeah.
you know? Everything's a work in progress.
Just like you train your body, you need to train your mind.
I think that's there needs to be
That's
a
it, yeah.
huge emphasis on the fact that you train your mind. Like a lot of people live out here, but you also live up here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when no one's there, you spend most of the time probably by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
In your own head. And
Yeah.
I think it's like, it's actually last little bit on this topic, but it's actually really weird to think that like people that go absolutely insane, like rarely they're born like that comes from, and unfortunately it's sometimes like drug related, but a lot of
even-
the time it's just like paranoia or undiagnosed
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that are going on.
I get
And
that.
like, it's crazy to think that your mind can deteriorate to that point if you don't look after it, you know?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
like
man.
even like drug related health issues and mental health issues come from somewhere. Do you know what I mean? There's
Yeah, exactly.
self medication.
yeah.
Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
coming from somewhere.
Yeah, no, but yeah. Look, we'll just leave on we'll just touch on those websites numbers again: beyondblue.org.au, lifeline.org.au, suicidecallbackservice.org.au. And a big thing as well: if someone you know is at immediate risk of harm, just straight to 000. You know,
Mhm.
no
Yeah.
messing
Yeah.
about, because you know you'd rather have the phone bill than a dead friend,
Absolutely.
or something like that. But yeah.
I think I really enjoyed this chat. Boys.
Yeah, it
This
was good.
I think this is something that like we'll definitely have to touch on, and I would actually love to just do a whole episode on.
Definitely will. Yeah, we might do a moral dilemmas question segment maybe sometime soon. Just getting people's
Yeah,
thoughts and feelings.
Truly
and we'll talk
anonymous if
about
you would
that.
like.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
But yeah, maybe speaking of moral dilemmas, well, let's do moral dilemmas.
So picking it up a little bit, this week we asked for relationship issues.
We did. Producer Lachlan has them on his little cellular device there. What's that, mate? iOS
This is
14?
Android.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry to say.
That's a bit.
Well, that's a big... Man, I love this soundboard. This is
This is
sick.
the
This
best
is
thing
lit,
we've ever-
dude.
Let's
invested.
go.
All right, moral dilemmas / questions. This week is a special one. Relationship advice. Producer Lockie, hit us with the first one.
Sure. So, this one is an anonymous question.
Ooh,
Have we had anonymous stuff before?
we've had anonymous on the show before.
Hackers.
They've hacked in before.
What do I do if I like someone and they constantly message me and want to hang out, but have made it clear they don't want a relationship?
Wait, can you repeat the first part?
So that they what do I do if they constantly message me and want to hang out, like they're very interested, but they've made it clear that they don't want a relationship? Should we
Ooh.
assume that like
So
they still want to, like they
But
should?
did the first part say that they like them? Or
Well,
I think we're
it's not
assuming
said,
that.
but that's what I'm kind of saying.
Oh,
We're
okay.
assuming that they're down for basically whatever.
yeah, whatever.
You know, they're
just
they're,
romps, etc.
Well,
they're just in like they're
To-
vibing.
to our anonymous listener, I
Mm.
think that like the biggest thing in this, you don't want to get your feelings hurt. So you need to be straight up.
Yeah,
Exact. But here's my. If you like them, and they're acting like this, it sounds hard to say, but you literally need to lose feelings.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And if that's talking
good
to other
point.
people, if that's doing things with other people, I know that's that's how I tend to lose feelings with someone.
Mm.
I think you need to take a step back and be like,
Yeah.
what's really happening here? Like,
Because there's so many positives with it. First one is when you lose feelings for them, they'll either leave you, right, which is like a win-win because now you don't have to worry about that person anymore, or they'll realize that you're not giving them that attention anymore, and they'll start to chase you more.
yeah. I mean,
that's a good point from Mitch.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
pretty smart.
saying when
He's
they
playing
start
chess,
when
not
they
checkers.
realize that you're not giving them the attention,
Mm.
because some people will be like, okay, this person's cool and I want this from this person, but I want a relationship, right?
Yeah.
And they don't need to because they've got them wrapped around a thumb. You know what I mean?
right.
But as soon as the other person's like, hey, I'm doing this with other people, I'm doing this with someone else, I'm starting to lose interest in you.
yeah,
That's when the other person is like, oh shit, I got to pick up the game here. And I actually wanted this the whole time. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like me for example, I don't even care if I find Mrs. Pyrofusion. I'm not getting in a relationship. I will have
Ooh, all right.
like yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that, like
Ooh,
You don't fuck with that. What?
big boy.
but yeah, like some people are just like how I am. They are straight up wired, so nothing's going to change their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lifestyle choice, a lot of it is bro, like basically I'm that much of a minimalist, bro. I'm not even getting a
Oh my
fucking
fucking
girlfriend.
Here we
God.
go.
Do we have a boo sound?
Yeah,
Nah.
I think at the end of the day, you really don't want to get your feelings hurt. You need to be straight with this person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
and it's
it's that
always
bad.
easy to nip it in the bud now
Early,
rather
yeah,
than 6
especially
months down
now.
the line when they're talking to other people and you're super jealous. But like, it can get really messy if you don't accept
it
it.
sounds so mean and savage. Just leave them on read quite often.
Read.
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 Yeah, I
Wait,
noticed that.
what? Is that not how you say it?
Let,
Leave them on read.
Or even better, react to their messages.
that's a callback.
React. Do it like a love heart or a sad react or an angry react.
wow,
even.
react is always
So
A wow
boys,
react. A care react.
What's the overall feedback?
Overall feedback
it's-
is, and I'm gonna just straight up say it, start to lose interest in them. All right, which
Yeah.
obviously, words are easier said than done.
right.
All you gotta do is just think about them less, flake them off, if you can. And I know it's so hard, you know what I mean? Like I always say, oh, I'm gonna stop caring about this person, and then as soon as they reply, oh, I'm
Simp.
simping, you know what I mean? I'm
Simp mode
simping. I'm
activate.
hard
Yeah.
simping,
Yeah, I think you're right. You need.
But pretty much stop simping and get a move on.
Yeah, I agree. I think you need to. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop simping, move on. Next question.
Right. Yep. Okay. This one's pretty funny, and I think a lot of female listeners and even some male listeners can relate.
Yeah.
My boyfriend has no time for me because he's always playing games with the boys.
Fortnite. He's playing Fortnite.
He's always gaming with the boys. Help.
Help. Nah, don't help. Jump on the sticks with him.
Literally.
If you guys can run duos in fucking Warzone,
Yeah, literally.
man, that'd be dope.
Hey, what's your boyfriend name? Like,
What's
I
his
need
gamer
a
tag?
Warzone.
Yeah, we need a Warzone partner.
partner.
Send us.
Yeah, so fuck your advice.
You're stupid.
I think,
Nah.
honestly, it's not such a bad thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
at
Bruh, if you've got a boy with a PS4, he's the most loyal boy ever.
yeah, legit. Those Xbox boys, I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with Xbox
Sorry,
boys.
Isaac, what were you saying?
I'm an Xbox boy.
Oh.
No, but it's like, on a serious note, like, you're catching up with your mates. Like, I know when I jump on,
Yeah.
occasionally I'll have a chat with like a lot of my good mates that I haven't seen and spoken to in
Social.
years.
It's a social thing.
Yeah.
Just think for this person's perspective, right? Just think more. Is it he games, every now and then sort of thing, and he's online with the boys, or he's just doing it,
Well,
it
it's
doesn't
gaming
always
with the boys.
it doesn't always have to be a social thing as well. It can just be something to relax, unwind.
Well,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's how I
to-
find
Sorry,
it.
to quote the quote. This is from Taylor, by the way.
Well, we've said it
This
now,
was
so
this wasn't anonymous, so
That's all right.
oh, okay, fair.
and friend of the show, like
Yeah,
big
friend of the show, whatever.
both of them.
Acquaintance of the show.
Oh.
She sort of smells. Go on.
He's always gaming with the boys, so it's
Okay.
so it's a social thing.
Look,
usually.
if he's game with the boys, picture him physically being with his
Yeah,
friends. You know what I
right.
mean? Picture
Yeah,
is that.
it's literally very same. The
but
same.
some
and
people,
you know
some
what?
people don't like
That's
that either.
and that's the thing. Worst case, the only thing that needs to be said is just maybe bring it up with him. Say, hey, look,
Yeah.
but don't bring it up in a condescending way. Like, oh, you spend way too much time on the games. I'm your girlfriend. Spend time
Yeah.
on me. No, shut up. That's fine.
Right? Yeah, I think
Just be like, hey, look, I just want to have a chat. Like, do you think maybe you could spend more time with me over the games, or what are you actually doing on the game?
exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I was just about to say.
Learn
Sharing
to
a
understand.
common interest is the easiest way to just spend time with each other.
Exactly.
And you both enjoy it. And I think, yeah, I mean, and if you cannot get into the to Fortnite, you might have to make some compromises.
You might have to just leave him straight up.
Yeah. Well, if he's playing
You know
Fortnite.
what? For every answer, it's just gonna be leave him.
I think one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one
Sure. This is a big one.
Okay.
Well, it's not a long one. Yeah. All right. Does long distance work? That one's from Emily.
Oh no.
I'd say it's
No.
a lot of work.
It's pretty hard.
From
From no experience.
I don't have experience, but I know personally there's no way it'd be able to work for
It's
me.
a lot of work because you want to see the person that you're with
yeah.
a fair bit.
Plus, especially in the early stages, it's like how loyal do you know they are? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
When someone's cities, towns, countries, etc. away,
Planets away.
it's like they could do whatever.
Galaxies.
Yeah, exactly. You just have to put so much trust in someone. You know what I
That
mean?
alien pussy's real good.
Yeah. Drip or
Producer
drown, baby.
Lachlan's
Yeah,
cancelled.
I'm taking myself out of the.
Producer Lachlan, drip or drown.
I would say it's a lot of work, and
Well,
if you're not willing to put in the work, then you can't.
Also, it very much depends on the person. Honestly, I think a long distance relationship would work fine for me because I don't.
Because you're a minimalist.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I don't need human affection. I don't.
Yeah, see, that's
No,
the-
no, no. I do. Nah.
that's the other the
Yeah,
opposite.
if you're
of
really
me is
intimate-
I crave affection. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
no.
Just the touch of a woman is all I need.
You do though. You love affection.
cuddles.
No, he does. He does. He loves it.
I no, but not even
It's
like
nice.
yeah, absolutely. So like, if I have to go a week without that, then I start to like
Yeah.
worry. You know what I mean? So yeah, for me, I think it's case by case. For me personally, it wouldn't work. For him, it would be hard. For you, you'd be able to do it.
Also, are we assuming that it's like exclusive? Because it doesn't say that.
I assume it'd be exclusive.
Does long
Well,
distance work?
I mean, if it's like not exclusive,
She also hasn't said it does long. It could be long distance running.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
assume
Well,
it's
no,
not.
let's redo the question.
Sorry, we're gonna take it.
So
back.
yes, long distance running is if does work if you build up the stamina, but you would need to train. You know, I know a good couch to 5K program I could
just
send
had-
you.
She's had this question for weeks, and she's like, you know what? I don't care.
they've
It's
just-
relationship advice. I need to know.
I need to get my long distance marathon
I was gonna
training
say, I'm doing a half
questions out.
marathon, all right?
Uh,
So yeah, I think it depends on the person. That's
Maybe-
really the answer.
one more. Time for one more.
Let's do
Sure,
one more.
sure.
Time for one more. Time for one more.
Okay. Why the fuck do guys ghost girls all the fucking time?
The patriarchy is why.
So you
We'll
you are
ask,
the guys.
We'll ask producer Lachlan this
Where
because
the-
he is very bad for
He
this.
is an absolute ghoster. Well, he's a reactor.
Oh, he's just looked at me.
He's a reactor.
He's not happy.
I don't really. I've never ghosted a girl. I don't know what you're
I
talking
believe
about.
that. I
No,
believe
no,
that.
no, no. You wouldn't ghost them. You just react. You just react to their
Yeah, because it's
messages,
not
and that's
ghosting.
it.
That's a valid react.
No, it's not.
I
We've
think-
agreed.
I
It's
think-
not.
I think with guys, like in terms of ghosting, like I don't know. I think that some guys don't get as invested as quickly. Sometimes.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly believe that both genders can be simps,
Yeah,
yeah,
simpy
no,
genders.
100%.
and
100%.
both can be very quick to fall into that trap. In fact,
Yeah.
I would say maybe even guys. I don't know.
See,
No,
this is the thing.
Yeah,
It's very
This is a girl that sent this in.
yeah,
yes.
This is a girl that sent this in. See, you're looking at it like, oh, but hang on, girls ghost me all the time, or like
No, they
girls
don't.
ghost.
No, they don't, Isaac. What the fuck?
yeah. Girls never ghost
girls
me.
ghost. Do you know what I mean? So it literally it works both ways.
Exactly.
You obviously you might not know.
Yeah, no. As a guy, I can say when I message the boys, I never get ghosted. But when I message, a girl, it's almost.
But it's not actually like that. It's when you
it's a 99% strikeout rate.
it's when you message your friends.
Oh, not even
Yeah.
just friends. When I send messages to oh, hang on, I don't send
Randoms
messages
to
to random
randoms.
boys. I don't send messages to
Righto.
random boys.
Righto, Mitch.
What's Mitch's
Play the law
DMs
and-
on Instagram saying?
No, okay. Like, I don't think it's a gender specific issue.
Yeah.
No.
I think
But here's the thing: if you are being ghosted constantly,
call
take it as a sign.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, call Ghostbusters first.
Yeah, take the message.
Take it as a fucking hint and move on. You know?
Well,
Yeah.
the other thing as well is, I'll just say quickly, is maybe you're looking for something that the other person's not, and you
Yep.
just haven't found the person
Yeah.
yeah.
that
It's just a
is right
misalignment.
for you yet.
And I mean, I'll be honest. There's a lot of, I'd say more guys do this where they'll just push and push and push, and I've seen a lot of screenshots that are pretty disgusting. That some
Yeah.
of my friends that are girls have sent me, and it's
Exactly.
bad.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty bad. So
horrible.
just don't if you've been ghosted, just take the L. Just don't try and force it.
Yeah, to be
There
honest,
is a point where it's like they could have just left me on red by accident, but then there's also a point where it's just like they are not interested.
I think the other thing as well is everybody has ghosted and has been ghosted.
Right? Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's a human thing.
In the words of Big Sean, last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back.
Let's go.
And that's
great.
all we need to say. And also, because we didn't play it at the start, thanks for watching Moral Dilemmas. Let's just hit the intro real quick.
We answered.
Yep, that was Moral
Yep,
Dilemmas.
better late than never.
Well, let's-
Well,
yeah.
we also didn't really answer the question. It says, why the fuck do guys ghost girls all the fucking time?
Well, we
Well, I guess it
did,
kind
you
of did.
stupid
just in a different
fuck. Oh my god, you've ruined the flow of the show.
fuck.
Producer Lockie, cut his mic. Cut his mic. Cut his mic. End the episode, Isaac. End the episode.
Everybody, Lachlan, you're done. Thanks.
Yeah,
No,
cut
I'm
him off.
kidding.
I mean, yeah. To answer the question, it's usually to send a message.
Yeah,
It's-
okay, I
yeah.
fuck with that. Okay.
Alrighty, I think that'll do us.
That'll
Yeah.
do us for the pod.
That's all of them.
That's
Good introspective episode.
the ninth
Absolutely.
episode.
Ninth episode in the books with the Behringer UMC 404.
Even though it's not
Better
working.
service. Hashtag.
Thank you, Better Service. Thank you, Better Music, for allowing
you.
us to have such a product.
Shout out Philip.
Shout out Philip. Shout
It's
out
not Phil.
Erica.
Philip.
Shout out
Dallas.
Shout out Houston. And shout out to Mumford and Sons. Great music.
Again,
Fuck.
guys, we mentioned at the top of the show, if you enjoyed a certain part of this, please let us know. Again, our content is so moldable right now. We rely on your feedback. We love your feedback. Producer
out.
Lachlan is wrecking the studio.
Just
right now.
Literally
hit
hit a mic
something.
stand.
But yeah, Isaac's right. This is a show for the people, and it's basically controlled by the people. So
Yeah, exactly,
It's
matey.
not a communist state.
we're basically a democracy.
Yes.
Yeah,
This
I
is
fuck with that.
democracy manifest.
Love that.
You know what? We're going to wrap it here because if not, we'll talk all night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's getting
Alright,
late. It's
just
getting late.
One more time, beyondblue.org.au, lifeline.org.au, suicidecallbackservice.org.au,
YouTube.com/profusion.
Fusion. Yeah, what are you on now? 13k, 20k subs?
We probably dropped a few, but yeah.
Yeah, well, when's the next live stream? Can we get an exclusive on when the next Pyrofusion live
We
stream
might
is?
sign that up. We'll talk to procurement.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
no
I like it.
exclusive, but you can obviously keep an eye out for the next stream. We did drop a TikTok as well.
Yes.
Keep an eye on that.
Please subscribe to the Everything's Fine official
We're
TikTok.
begging.
Links in the Instagram. I think we just posted one when we're recording this tonight.
Yep.
But other than that, I've been your host, Mitch.
I've been one part of the show, Isaac.
And I've been all parts of the show. Lachlan, I'm just great.
Shut up, stupid bitch. And that's Everything's Fine.
Enjoy your week, guys.
Give
Good pod, boys.
Yeah,
me some Henny, motherfucker.